Alright, welcome back, third graders. We are on week 5 and day 1, which means we have week 6 and week 7, and we're all done. And you can enjoy your summer vacation. Alright, so let's get busy. Here we go. Alright, so you should have your bell work out, and it should say week 5 and day 1 on it. That limb is broke. Okay, here we go. Alright. First mistake is a T needs to be capitalized, so we always start our sentences with capital letters. So that. Limb is spelled over here, L-I-M-B, so we gotta correct that. L-I-M-B. Is has a capital letter, needs to be a lowercase, S. And broke. B-R-O-K-E, that's okay. We could end that with a period or maybe an exclamation point. So let's put an exclamation point. Why not? Show excitement. We're like we're worried, okay? All right, cursive, put a little slant to your paper. I'm gonna make this a little bigger for you. There we go. All right, that limb is broke. Exclamation point. Alright. So this week's spelling words, let's go over those. Looks like they're pretty easy ones. Alright. Alright, so I say them, you repeat them. Wrist. Wrong. Wreck. Wren. Wrapper. Knee. No. New. Knuckle. Knotted. Climb. Comb. Crumb. Lamb. And last but not least, limb. Alright. So make sure when you practice your words, you're still keeping consistent. You're not sinking any of those letters. Okay, you don't want any sinking letters below that line. You're not floating any letters. Okay, we don't want them floating off that line. Everything needs to be grounded. Okay, make sure you're doing your tail letters, your G's, your Y's, your P's, your Q's, your J's. See if I miss any. Alright. Last Friday, I forgot to do the math. Kaylee reminded me. Well, thank you, Kaylee, keeping me on track. I always rely on you. By the way, congratulations with your mom, Kaylee. I see the note that you left. So you got a new baby brother or sister coming. Congratulations. Anyways, let's get to the math. All right, 671 plus 323. All right, 1 plus 3 is 4. 7 plus 2 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 994. All right, 409 plus 239. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 3 is 4. And 4 plus 2 is 6. 648. All right. Number 3. All right. 671 minus 323. All right. 1 minus 3, no can do. Got to borrow from 7. 7 becomes 6. 1 becomes 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 6 minus 3 is 3. 348. We have a 0 there. Got to borrow. 10 minus 3 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1. 170. All right. On to the multiplication. We'll do the old school first. 7 times 8, 56. 1 times 8 is 8. Plus 5 is 13. 136. New school. 8 times 10 is 80. 7 times 8, 56. 6, 136. All right. 6 times 4, 24. Carry 2. 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 2, is 32, 329. All right, 6 times 5 is 30, or 300. 6 times 50 is 300. And then 6 times 4 is 24. And it gives us 324, just like up top. 324, 324. Alright, 7 times 3, 21, carry 2, 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11, 111. 3 times 30 is 90, 7 times 3 is 21, 111, matches up. So remember, we're doing the old way, this is the way that your parents and I learned, and we're doing the new way, which is called the Common Core method, and you can decide which of the two you want to do as you get older. But right now I would like to try them, both of them. Doesn't hurt. This way, if you do it both ways, and if your answers match up, then you know that you have the right answer. If you get different answers, then one of your methods, or maybe both, are wrong, okay? All right, 2 times 4 is 8, 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 40 is 160, 2 times 4 is 8, that gives us 168. 2 times 6, 12, carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 3, plus 1 is 7, 72. All right. 2 times 30 is 60, and 2 times 6 is 12, 72. Our answers match up, so we know we got it right. All right. 24 divided by 6 is 4, 36 divided by 6 is 6, 34 divided by 8, that's actually supposed to be 32, sorry. Whoop. Is 4, so a little mistake there. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. All right. No fractions. We're actually, in the bell work we're doing now is actually the backup bell work I had. So this is like very end of the year. If you notice at the front it says extra. So this is just bonus work. So I usually made about three weeks worth of bonus work. So that's what we're in. That's why you don't see equivalent fractions or anything like that at the bottom. So bell work got a little easier, right? All right. On to today's math. All right, today's math. Let's go over the instruction. Remember, you don't have to have this done just yet, because I go over the instruction, and then on Tuesday, we'll go over the answers. All right, so we're looking at a worksheet. It says bake sale fundraiser. Okay, and this is our reading graphs skills that we're going to practice. We've done this before, so it shouldn't be too hard. All you got to do is look at the graph, understand the graph, and then fill in the questions. All right, it says use the graph to answer the following questions. So, the types of treats are down below. We have cookies, cakes, brownies, and pies. And then the money raised is over here. Notice it goes in increments of hundreds. So it starts at the 0 at the bottom line, then it goes up 100, then it goes up 200, 300, 400, and then 500. Okay? None of them fall in between. If they fell in between, that would be worth what? Another 50, right? So like in between here would be 50, 150, 250, 350, but we don't have that today. All right? So I'm going to read the questions, and you need to fill them out when you get a chance. If you're very quick, you can do it while I read. Who knows? All right. Number 1 says, what is the title of this graph? Okay, so remember, titles are always up top, and it is not, I'll give you a hint, it's not reading graphs 2. Okay, that's not the title. Title is, maybe up here someplace. So anyways, that's where the titles are. Okay. How much money was raised from cookies? So you gotta look, find the cookies, and then look over here and read the chart. Look at the bar that goes up. Not that hard, right? All right. How much money was raised by pies? How much money was raised from cakes? And how much money was raised from brownies? Oh, all that stuff I like to eat. I've got the COVID-15, or what is it, the COVID-20, COVID-19, whatever they're saying, quarantine 15 going on. All right, need to get out there and do some more running. Anyways, all right, second side. Reading graphs 3. school lunch choices. Okay, so this is basically the same directions as the front side, just different things you're measuring. So the type of lunch is pizza, corn dog, burger, and spaghetti. And then here's your measurements going by increments of 10, since this time instead of hundreds. So the number of students that like pizza, you look, it says 60, right? One that might, some of you might, be a little picky about this. Look at spaghetti. It goes like a notch above the line. Just consider that right on the line. So don't put like 11 or something, or like 10.5 or 10.2. Just assume that it falls right on the line. Okay? All right, so this is what it asks. What is the title of this graph? Okay, I'll give you another hint. It's not reading graphs 3. It's somewhere else in this location. Number 2, how many students chose spaghetti? So you gotta find spaghetti and go over here, find the answer. How many students chose pizza? How many students chose corn dogs? And how many students chose burgers? And that's your math for today. Shouldn't take you long, right? All right. Now on to, actually next week, week 6, if you're curious, we're doing some more fraction stuff. So, you guys are gonna be really good at fractions coming 4th grade. I actually had a meeting with 4th grade teachers, a Zoom meeting, and they were talking about how they hope the kids are ready with fractions when they come in for the 4th grade next fall. So I think you guys are going to be prepared quite well, hopefully. Okay. Anyways, that'll be next week. All right, on to go ahead and pull out your cursive sheet and let me double check, make sure I'm not skipping anything, because I skipped some math on Friday. Let me see, we did a bell work, we did our math, and now it's on the cursive. So, bada boom, bada bing. All right, so, yeah, we did. Okay. All right, here we go. Jack Sparrow, The Coming Storm. We got to put our beach scene on. I always like that. Makes me want to go there because I'm stuck in my house staring at the walls. But it's getting nice out again. So this week's supposed to be really, other than some rain maybe, but it's supposed to warm up and hopefully the sun will come out and get outside and play. All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm gonna be about right there, or maybe right in there if it's really hot. Okay, here we go. Jack Sparrow. Let me read back a little bit, remind you what was going on. Oh my gosh, we're almost done with this book. We've got a little bit. How many chapters are in here? We've got a couple more chapters. All right, so we're gonna have to find a new book this week. All right, I'll read back a little bit because we're going on to chapter 11. All right, light me a torch, someone, Jack ordered, handing over his flint and tinder kit. Arabella and Tumen quickly did as he said. He opened up the hatch and stuck his head down, holding the torch before him. Well, Jean asked impatiently. Well, Jack said calmly, dropping the torch down into the blackness. See for yourself. Fitzwilliam, Arabella, Tumen, and Jean and Constance crowded around eagerly. But it was Fitzwilliam who saw it first. By the king's blood, he swore. The torchlight flickered on what looked like a room full of gold. All right, chapter 11. There. Arabella sat dazed, covered in jewelry. Ropes of pearls, gold chains as thick as her thumb with ruby-crusted pendants hanging from them. Bracelets studded with diamonds and emeralds. A small crown sat on her head, tipped sideways. Normally, she wasn't into such girly things, but this was different. She had never before seen so much gold. Let me turn down the ocean. There we go. So many beautiful things, trinkets and rubies, and gold everywhere. Goblets made out of carved crystal. Pretty little daggers and golden hilts with amethyst pommels. Chests overflowing with shiny yellow pieces of 8. Statues cast in solid precious metals. Dogs and jaguars and gods and birds of paradise. Constance lovingly rubbed up against a carved cat with ruby eyes the size of plums. Jack also draped some of the jewelry over himself. There was just no other way to carry it. All the trunks and chests had rotted away, spilling their contents onto the ground. Only one was still good enough to carry out the treasure, and it was already full. All right, that's enough for the first trip, Jack decided, stuffing a few more rings into his pockets. Let's load up, get it to the ship, and come back for the rest later. Tumen laughed, watching Jean pose with bracelets and a crown. I thought this was going to be silly, washing up on this island. A disaster, Jean admitted. What an adventure it turned out to be. What good fortune it has turned out to be. Speaking of fortune, I shall not need my father's fortune now, Fitzwilliam murmured. He held a decorative sword made of pure gold. He can disown me for all I care. I shall return to England as my own man. I can do whatever I want, Arabella said, dreaming of the sort of freedom money could buy her. I could buy my own tavern, or a whole estate, and be lady of the leisure. I'm going to get myself some new clothes, Jean said, and maybe my own ship. And a horse, Tumen added. Now wait a moment, Jack said, interrupting. We'll do nothing with this treasure. But finance our great quest. We still have to find the sword of Cortez. Fitzwilliam and Arabella blinked, slowly remembering why they were there in the first place. What's so great about this sword, Tumen asked. She seems to get a lot of people killed. It has a great power, Jack said, eyes glowing. The power to cloud men's minds, the power to conquer empires, the power to forge kingdoms. This power can be ours. But more important, we can keep it out of the hands of the pirates that are searching for it, and maybe even rid ourselves of the pirates of the Caribbean once and for all. Then the seas will be free for us to rule. Everyone stared at him. Jack, the last part. You're a little ambitious there, Arabella said. Then smiling, she continued, I'm all for ambition. Agreed. It is a noble cause, Fitzwilliam decided. I completely devote myself and my sword. He looked at the useless golden decorative one in his hand. My other sword, to avenging my sister. Tumen and Jean looked at each other. I have worked on a merchant vessel ever since I was a child. I have been through enough pirate attacks for a lifetime, Jean said thoughtfully. Sure, why not? Pirates are an evil lot, he said. Then he added, but the power and empire part, I like that too. Beats hauling bananas around, Tumen said, shrugging. Then we're agreed. To the barnacle, Jack declared, grinning. It was all falling into place. The scabbard, the treasure, clues to the sword, and now a loyal crew. All right, we'll stop there. And enjoy the rest of your Monday. Got a fly in here bugging me nuts. All right, so tomorrow, remember, you need your bell work done. You're gonna need your spelling bingo sheet. You're gonna need your reading sheet, which should say week 5 at the top and warm enough for wheat. Remember, we do fluency tomorrow. Hopefully your scores are going up. So, that's that. Good work. See you on Tuesday tomorrow.